Welcome to part 2 of the auto exit setup. Now that you have learned how to create your template, we will review how to use the software in everyday trades. For this demo, we have 3 contracts of 130 strike puts in Walmart. To create our first auto exit, right-click on the strike that you own, in this case, the 130. Go under the Sell Custom tab. Under this tab, you will see the name of the template that you created in part 1. Go ahead and select this. We will explain more in detail in this video, but Breakaway Investing recommends that you purchase your options in pairs of 3. This is because the default settings for the auto exit breaks up your exits into 3s. Like I said, we will review this further in the video, but for now, we will set each of these quantities to 1. First, let us set our stop losses. Your stop loss should be the maximum amount you're willing to risk for this trade. For this option, I purchased these at $1.95. The stop loss I would like to create is to sell me out if the options were ever to reach $1 per option. Now, your limit box must always be less than this value in the stop box. Is because TD Ameritrade will read this as whenever the price for this option drops below $1, it will execute an order to sell you out at 95 cents. In this way, if there's a lot of volatility in the market and the price for this option is dropping rapidly, it will still get you out because you're putting your execute price at a lower value than your stop loss. Now these are final. To set our target values. On the first option. Now, it is very important that you change this symbol every time that you set up your auto exit. So now we will change this to the current signal, Walmart. Under Method, we will select Study. And under Study once more, we will select Edit. Because we already set this up in the template, we don't have to worry about settings. Now, select the Edit button. For now, let us leave the plot at first order, and I will explain the other options here in just a few moments. So now for the first box is the average move. Go ahead and look at our app on the signal that you have gotten into. This will tell you what the expected move is. For Walmart, the expected move is $1.56. Now, input the trading date. If you're confused by this format, simply click on the question mark and it will show you the format it is looking for. This reads 2020, the second month, which is February, and the 20th day. However, since it's April 21st, we need to change this. We will leave the 2020 as it is, that is still the correct year. We'll change that to a 4, and we'll change this to 21. Now, this reads April 21st, 2020. Next, because we have puts, we will change the trade type from long to short. And we will leave the rest of these defaults as I will explain them later. Now, select As Value and select Save. Select Save once more. And one last time to secure the position. Now you are ready to submit your order. Select Confirm and send it. Now if you go to your Monitor tab, you will see this order is now working. That is because it is waiting for these conditions to be met before it executes. But if you remember, this only is an order for one contract. We have 3. So right-click on this order and select Create Duplicate OCO Group. This now will automatically replicate all the settings that you just inputted. Now, all you need to input is go into the settings wheel for the single option. Make sure that this is not the settings wheel for your stop loss. Make sure it is the one with market. We select the settings wheel. We don't need to change the symbol because it saved it from last time. Under study, we will go to study again and select edit. We will select edit once more. And all we are doing now is changing the plot from first order to second order. Now select save. OK, and save once more. Now you're ready to send your second auto exit order. Now we will do this one last time to finalize the order for the third option. Once again, we will right-click and select Create Duplicate OCO Group. The Settings wheel. Under Study, we select Edit. Edit once more. Now we change this to third order. So now for a little bit of an explanation of what these mean and what your default values are down here. At Breakaway, we don't consider a tiny move to be successful. For our moves to be considered successful, we require it to move at least 25% of the average move. This is your first order. Your first order will execute once the stock has traveled 25% of the average move. In this case, 25% of $1.56 is 39 cents. So if Walmart were to fall 39 cents, my first order would execute to secure my profit. Now for the second order. First, you'll realize that this can be adjusted. If you increase this to 35%, now this is technically more risky because now you're requiring the stock to move 35% of $1.56 before you secure profit. You can adjust this to whatever your risk concerns are like. Now for your second order. Your second and third orders are based off of trailing stops. A trailing stop is a stop loss that follows the stock as it moves and is set at an ATR away from the stock price. An ATR is the average true range, or on average, how much the stock is moving in every candle. That may seem a little complex, but don't stress. In simplest terms, the lower that this number is, the more conservative it is. As opposite, the higher the number is, the slightly more risky it becomes. For example, let us say the stock falls $1. Our first order will have already executed. Because our trail stop is following it, it will follow it closely. So if it starts to rise again, and let's say it now rises 25 cents off of this low, our second order will execute. Now our third and final order may not execute because it is set at a further distance away from the price. If you want to see what these ATRs would look like on a chart, Thinkorswim has an ATR trailing stop indicator that you can apply on your charts. So in summary, for the first order, the greater this number is, the more risky it becomes. For the second, for the bottom two, the higher that this number is, the more risky it becomes. We recommend that you simply leave these at their default values. So now, let us finalize our third and final order. We select Save, we select OK, and save once more. Now we are ready to confirm and send our final order. And now you've done it. Now we are completely automated for all of our exits out of this Walmart position. We can now simply walk away from the computer and let the computer do the hard work. If you have any questions about this tutorial, please don't hesitate to reach out to our support team. Until then, best of luck trading.